Fernando Meirelles and Lund's City of God is a hard-hitting look at life inside the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, where systematic poverty traps people in a cycle of violence that seems impossible to escape. Its distinctive circular narrative doesn't just make for interesting storytelling, it's a direct reflection of the way social and economic conditions keep repeating themselves generation after generation. Over roughly 15 years of intertwined storylines, the film shows us that poverty, violence, and class aren't separate issues. They're part of the same web, and together they keep people locked in place. The film opens in the 1970s with a quick, chaotic montage of knives being sharpened and chickens being slaughtered. It's jarring, and it's meant to be. Right away, the audience is thrown into a world where survival comes at a cost, where the slaughtering of animals for food mirrors the killing of people for status and survival in the favela. From the start, City of God refuses to tell its story in a neat, linear way. It loops back on itself, beginning and ending in the same place. This instantly creates a sense of inevitability, like no matter how much you hope for the characters to escape, you already know that they won't. The film mirrors the feelings of its own residents, aware there's no real way out, yet still clinging to hope that there is. By jumping between different points in time and switching perspectives, the film shows that the cycle has always been there, it's just grown more violent over the years. As Rocket, our main narrator, says,
E sempre foi assim, desde que eu era criança.
That's the key to the whole film. It's not just a series of personal tragedies, it's a portrait of a system designed to keep things the same. We watch gang leaders rise and fall, the Tender Trio in the 1960s, Lil Z in the 1970s, and finally the Runts in present day. And each time someone is taken down, another group just steps up to replace them. As Rocket bluntly puts it,
Mas na cidade de Deus, se correr o bicho pega, e se ficar o bicho come.
this isn't just bad luck, it's structural. The favela works like a closed loop, one that keeps reproducing the same social order no matter what changes on the surface. Almost the entire film takes place within the favela, and the camera rarely leaves its boundaries. This creates a sense of being boxed in, both physically and socially. The favela isn't just a setting, it's like a character, shaping the lives of everyone inside of it. As another video essay puts it,
the film begins on a small and personal level as we get to see how the favela becomes the jungle. And as it becomes the jungle, the world becomes larger, but so do the stakes for the character.
The geography itself becomes a metaphor for class entrapment. The residents are cut off from the rest of Brazil, both physically and socially. They're excluded from good education, steady jobs, and political power, all things that could offer a way out. This isolation also fuels gang violence, because for many young people, crime seems like the only way to gain respect or improve their lives. As the BFI's Sight and Sound notes, the endless disputes over territory create a chain reaction of revenge and retribution that locks people in place. Even those who aren't directly involved in gangs can easily get caught up in the crossfire. One of the clever things City of God does is refuse to treat any character as safe or secondary. New faces often appear quietly, sometimes in the background of other scenes, until suddenly they're central to the story. This keeps the audience aware that the cycle could take anyone at any time. Today's background kid could be tomorrow's gang leader, or tomorrow's victim. In City of God, violence isn't an exception to the norm, it's something passed down like an heirloom. We see this in how the crimes of the Tender Trio, which start off as petty theft, evolve into Little Z's more extreme organized violence. Over time, each generation takes things a step further.
Do Neguinho, mas antes dele, ela tinha sido de outros donos.
This is perfectly emulated in the passing down of the apartment all of the gangs sell drugs out of. Part of the problem is that gang leaders become role models. Young people grow up seeing them as the only ones with power, money, and respect. Lil Z is the ultimate example, ruthless, impulsive, and obsessed with control. His eventual fall doesn't end anything, it just clears the stage for the next generation, the Runts, to repeat the pattern. film makes it clear that the violence can't be separated from Brazil's rigid class system. The favela is kept on the margins, contained but never truly helped. People are shut out of resources that would allow them for upward mobility, and in that vacuum, crime becomes one of the few available paths. This is why City of God pushes back against the idea that anyone can make it out if they just try hard enough. The middle and upper classes keep their distance, and the separation ensures the system keeps reproducing itself. Even when someone like Lil Z is taken down, the bigger structure stays the same. Some characters do try and escape. Shaggy, from the Tender Trio, decides he wants to start a new life after falling in love. But as soon as he's about to leave, he's shot dead by the police. Benny, Lil Z's friend, is another almost success story. Loved by his community, dreaming of something better, Benny is the perfect example of somebody trying to do good in the favela. Even though he's a part of the gang, he always gives people the benefit of the doubt. Benny avoids using violence, and actually tries to shield people from his counterpart Z. But unfortunately, like almost all people who try to do good in the favela, Benny is killed as well. Rocket is the rare exception. He stays out of the violence using a camera instead of a gun. His eventual escape feels hopeful, but it's framed as the exception that proves the rule. For most people in the City of God, the cycle is unbreakable. The directors reinforce the theme throughout the film's style. Rapid editing, shifting points of view, and fragmented storytelling create the sense that we're living inside the chaos with the characters. Casting mostly non-professional actors from real favelas adds authenticity, blurring the lines between fiction and documentary. And instead of tying everything up neatly, the ending loops back to the beginning, giving us that gut punch of repetition. Just when you think the violence might end, it starts all over again.
Uma fotografia podia mudar minha vida, mas na cidade de Deus, se correr o bicho pega. E se ficar o...
City of God uses its looping narrative to make a point. Without major structural change, the cycle of poverty and violence will keep going. The favela is shown as a self-contained world where inequality is inherited, not chosen. Rocket's escape offers a tiny glimpse of possibility, but the film makes it clear he's not the rule. The real message is that individual effort alone can't undo a system designed to keep people trapped. By blending the gripping storytelling with sharp social commentary, City of God forces us to reckon with the reality that, in some places, history doesn't just repeat itself, it never stops.